Chairman Peters, Ranking Member Portman, and distinguished senators, I am honored to appear before you. I thank this committee for its support in the creation of this new role and your strategic leadership on cybersecurity. I thank the President for nominating me, Senator King for his generous introduction. I also want to thank both Senator King and Congressman Gallagher for their work leading the Cyberspace Solarium Commission's efforts to improve our nation's ability to fully realize its aspirations in and through the critical realm of cyberspace. I also want to recognize my family. I thank my parents, Robert and Kathleen Inglis, who gave their children the priceless gift of a home where service to others, respect, and accountability was expected and freely given as the foundation of life. I want to thank my wonderful wife, Anna, who's with me here today, and our children, Luciana, Paul, and George, for their love and support, which has inspired and sustained me through all of my adult life. I'm humbled by the privilege and the opportunity to re-enter public service. And while the position of National Cyber Director may be new, I'm mindful that the team that I would join, should I be confirmed, is one that is already on the field, impressively diverse, and broadly engaged. It's a team that includes public servants at federal, state, and local levels, and private sector professionals whose collective efforts build, operate, innovate, and defend the digital infrastructure upon which the delivery of critical services increasingly depends. I'm particularly pleased to testify alongside Jen Easterly, the prospective Director of CISA, and Robin Carnahan, the prospective Administrator of GSA. Should we be confirmed, our collaboration will be an important element of any federal cyber strategy going forward. If confirmed, I expect that I should and will be held accountable to add context, leverage, and strength to the distributed work of that full cyber team. To that end, the enabling legislation for the National Cyber Director has clearly laid out its core responsibilities. These include forging a coherent and unified federal effort, developing and overseeing the implementation of a national cyber strategy, ensuring the coordination of appropriate federal budgets, policies, and plans, fostering mutually beneficial public-private collaboration, and more importantly than all of those, demonstrable improvements in the resilience, the robustness, and the defense of cyber ecosystem. As the legislation acknowledges, these duties require robust engagement with both the private sector, which is on the front lines of this effort, and with the Congress, to whom the National Cyber Director owes regular updates on cyber risk and the status of U.S. cybersecurity efforts. Additionally, the National Cyber Director occupies a highly visible position within the U.S. government, one that should be expected to offer a clear, unified voice in public communications and advocacy. Supporting lines of effort must necessarily address the fact that cyberspace is not built and operated as a single, centralized organization, and that it is comprised of far more than technology. Essential collaboration and integration will heavily depend on how roles and responsibilities are defined and executed, while the success of a national strategy will depend as much on the skills of our people as on the technologies that they employ. Given those realities, we must ensure that our technology is built and deployed with security foremost in mind, that the supply chains that support them are free from security risk, and that our people are cyber literate, and that roles, responsibilities, and attendant accountability are sufficiently well defined that we remove the fissures and seams in cyber defenses that offer adversaries opportunities to find and exploit weakness. As this committee and recent witnesses before you have so frequently discussed, SolarWinds, Hafnium, Colonial Pipeline, JBS, and other incidents all signal the urgent need to secure our national critical infrastructure. The pace of events and our adversaries deny us the luxury of biding our time before we seize back the initiative that has too long been ceded to criminals and rogue nations who determine the time and manner of their transgressions. If confirmed, I will work closely with the Congress, the executive branch, the private sector, and state and local entities to stand up, harness, and realize the expected benefits of the Office of National Cyber Director. I thank the committee for considering my nomination, and I look forward to your questions.